What's going on, everybody? It's Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, guys, I want to go over everything that is going on right now in the stock market. The reason why I am making this video is because I continually see people chasing the 2020 market. Guys, we are in a different year. We are in a different era, different policies, different fears. It is an entirely different market right now that we are in than we were in 2020. And I still continue to see people chasing. This is when Warren Buffett's saying, okay, the stock market is nothing but the transfer of money from the impatient to the patient. In this video, guys, I'm going to be going over what my strategy is for 2021 in the short term, in the long term, and why it is working really well for me, guys. So stick around. You're not going to want to miss this. For those of you who are new to the channel, all I ask is you hit that like button and subscribe to join the family. If you're interested in joining our private community, first link in the description. We have hundreds of members. We talk stocks and strategies all day long, including what I'm going to be going over with you guys in this video, guys. So if you're interested, come check it out. We'd love to have you. Let's get rolling into video. Let's just talk about a little bit about what is going on right now in the market. There is fear. We know about, I'm sure you guys have heard about, okay, the pipeline hack that happened, all right, and it is causing gasoline and oil prices to spike. Notice, guys, this is just short term. This will change. However, what happened last Friday, talking about the jobs report, is something that is of concern, and I want to clarify a little bit about what is going on. First off, you see here, there are tons of articles on the screen right now. It talks about small businesses cannot fill these jobs, okay? For example, you've got tons of restaurants that have closed down, yet the restaurants that are actually open can't even find staff. Well, what's the reasoning behind it? Because they are still getting their weekly stimulus on top of $300 on top of their unemployment. So a lot of people are not, they don't have that urge, that urge to go back to work. Why would you? I understand that. I can't blame you. However, this is good for the short term for investors because they see that the Fed is going to keep interest rates low. They cannot raise interest rates while they are still going on, they're still battling another issue. Okay. That is one thing. However, long term, this is going to form a big bad bottleneck, okay? Especially because you've got certain materials are absolutely crazy. Look at the price of lumber and other materials. Inflation is going nuts on that on certain parts, certain sectors of the area, okay? But that is where the outlook of investors are right now, okay? Next thing, guys, I do want to point out to you before I go over what the strategy I am using is the NASDAQ was due for another little bit of a pullback. We're not going to hit, I believe, a correction territory. As you see today, it has covered really, really well. You saw this exponential incline that we were on ever since 2020, okay, because all the tech plays, investors shifted all their money over to the tech plays and the high growth plays because some of your value stocks, okay, some of your travel, your leisure, your entertainment stocks were beaten down. As you saw the February sell-off, we talked about this, we prepared for this, guys. I gave you guys a ton of different stocks that have recovered really, really well to play on the last few months, and we were seeing a little bit of a pullback happening. However, if you look at the S&P 500, it is continuing to go up with its natural ups and downs, its natural bobs and weaves that happens in the market, okay? The reason being for this is because investors are not pulling their money out, they're just shifting their money. It's something to really, really pay attention to. Now, guys, next thing I want to talk to you guys about, all right, is the fact that people are continuing to chase last year's market. And what I mean by that is they're still looking, what's the best stock to buy right now? What's the best stock to buy right now? What's the best stock to buy right now? Rather than being patient, okay, I always used to recommend people keep 20% cash on hand. Since now, because we're in year 2 of the bull run, it's a little bit more volatile. I recommend 30 to 35% cash on hand. That doesn't mean you can't get in plays and get out of plays, but make sure you have that 30 to 35% cash reserve. You buy the dip, you add to your position, your long position. As it rises, you sell and you put the cash back in that reserve. Okay, it's very, very important. Now, a couple plays that you guys can talk or can think about going forward throughout this market when you know the Fed is going to have a meeting, when you know there is fear in the market because of a pipeline hack, you feed off the news, is this right here, buying the VIX. Okay, as you can see, all these spikes happen when fear happens. Look at the GameStop fear right here on the 27th. Boom, shot right up. When the Fed speaks, it goes up because there's all fear and uncertainty in the market. It's up almost 11% today. You can literally buy call options for the VIX at a very, very good price and continue to add revenue towards your portfolio. Okay, just to give you a very short option, if you want to learn more about other options, whether it's selling covered calls, selling cash secured puts, Join the group, guys, because we go over that in detail, all about that, okay? Let's get into some of the plays that we should be talking about right now. Today was a perfect setup for the big guy we are looking at right now. Let's jump over to, let me go over this chart right here. This is the 180-day chart. As you can see, it's been slightly, it had that hard decline in the February sell-off, bounced off about the 560 point, came back up, and it started to recover, hit a high again of 780 before a little bit of a sell-off, and then today was the butcher this morning. If you go over to the 1 minute chart, as we scroll over just a little bit, you can see that Tesla had a high, I think it was a 680 at the pre-market of Monday morning and got down to 580. So all of you guys that watch Tesla touch 500, get back up to 780 and say, oh, I wish I could have scooped it in the fives. Well, you had your chance this morning, okay? Also, this is what I mean by having the cash on hand to not only add to your position on certain strong dips, but even to play small swing plays. You could have gotten in for this and easily scooped up $50 a share. Even if you only bought a couple shares, could have scooped up $50 a share on this play. I'm going to talk about another one. This one right here, Peloton. Peloton was beaten down. I'm going to go to the 90-day chart, beaten down. They thought it was a stay-at-home play. Earnings came out. Let's even scoop in closer to the 10-minute chart, guys. Earnings came out, got absolutely butchered, murdered. Had a little pop up, a little sell off. Then, guys, pre-earnings came out, sold off. Earnings came out, pop up a little bit, consolidated a little bit. And as it formed that channel, you could have easily made this play and scooped up a few extra bucks on this play. That's a 10% play. You don't always have to be swinging for the home runs. Another one, guys, look at this, Palantir. Absolutely butchered. This was talked about for a while. I brought this up to you guys for a while because this play and this play specifically was continually beaten down and they were expected to really, really crush earnings. I expected this to have a great turnout, and it did. It's already up. It's up 25% today from its low. Okay. So don't always have to go into chasing what the next play is as if it's going to go up. You always want to make sure that your entry point is more important than anything. But most importantly, what I continue to see and what I've talked about is the FOMO. Everybody's looking for that 2020 year, the next big play, rather than being patient, keeping that cash on hand and getting into stocks when they are just oversold. Okay, so if you want to learn more about oversold stocks and how to get into them, like I said, guys, either search it up on YouTube, or if you want a full tutorial, check out the link below. We have all the training videos in there for you guys. And like I said, guys, be patient, keep the cash reserve up, get into good stocks, okay? Get into good stocks that are beaten down, get some of those plays, get the 10% swing, the 15 to 20% swing, and get out. We're not in the same market where you're just going to watch the prices just go up and up and up, like you watch NEO go from sub $10 all the way up to $66. 2021 is not going to be like that. You watch penny stocks. My son, who's 3 years old, could have literally chose some penny stocks last year that were going to double your money. And as you see now, if you've been looking at them, guys, they've been beaten down. I'm not to say you can't hit a home run on some of them, but it's not the market we're in. Take a bird's eye view of what is going on around you. Take a step back, be patient. Remember, guys, this is your hard-earned money that you are investing in the market. So that's it for this video. I hope it gave you some insight and just a little bit of patience to take a step back. Look for plays that are really, really beaten down, that you know are still valuable companies, okay, that you just see are oversold on the charts, that you believe are oversold truthfully. Get in on them and then get out of them. That's the type of market we're in, guys. So that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.